Hi, I'm Battalion Chief Frank Doyle. I'm working for Fleet today. I'm going to explain to you the new hose testing machines that are going to be distributed to the battalions for hose testing. Once we distribute all the hose testing machines to the battalions, we will no longer be using fire apparatus for hose testing. It will only be completed with the hose testing machines. The hose testing machines that we have are the Flame Fighter brand hose testing machine, capable of testing up to 1,200 feet of hose at a time. It has one inlet port on the rear where we get our water supply from a static source such as a fire hydrant. And then we have 4 ports on the front, discharge ports, which we can test 300 feet per line. So that's your 1,200 feet of hose at a time that we can test, which should speed up the process of hose testing. We can test anywhere from 1-inch hose up to 6-inch hose with this machine. So we can test all the hose that we have available for us in Montgomery County. It's a gasoline powered hose, so this is a portable machine. We'll be able to use it anywhere that hose testing works for you and your battalion. The gasoline engine, it's a 4-cycle engine. It's the same type of engine that runs your PPV fans in the field. It has the same kind of controls. It has an on switch on the front. It has your choke, gasoline, and your speed control. And it is pull to start. It uses 5W30 as the oil and straight gas for your fuel source. The pump for the hose testing, the pressure pump, it has 5W40 oil in it and a sight glass on the side that checks the level of the fuel. The machine comes, it has 2 different valves on it that dictate the pressure. One is the pressure of the pump, and the valve at the bottom will be the pressure in your system when you're testing the hose. Your pump also will come, your hose testing machine will also come with a full set of adapters and bleeder valves, so you won't have to use the equipment off your engine to do your hose testing. We have all sizes of adapters where you can test anywhere from 4-inch down to a 1-inch hose with the adapters that are supplied. It also comes with a full set of bleeder valves for 1.5, 2.5, and 4-inch hose where you won't have to use a nozzle on the end of your line for your testing. The bleeder valves come with a bleeder valve where you'll be able to bleed the air from the system to start the test, and then the water from the system at the end of the test. And that's what we'll use in our demonstration today. It also comes with spanner wrenches that are mounted to the machine. There's 2 on the side, 2 on this side, and then there's 4 LDH spanner wrenches on the opposite side of that. The equipment will be maintained by the battalion chief. The machine will be maintained by the battalion chief as far as the inventory and scheduling of use. You'll do that through your battalion chief. Any issues with the machine will be handled through small tools or report using the Thea reporting system for any lost, damaged equipment that you'll need the replacement for. So we'll move forward with the process. So we have the water supply into the rear of the unit from your static source. Once it's charged, charge it with your valve closed to the system. This line here, this 1/2-inch hose, will supply the water to the pump. It's on the supply side of the system. It will supply the water to the pump during the testing process. So the first thing we'll do is turn the water on and always operate the valve slowly for water pressure so our equipment lasts. So we're going to turn the system to the on position. Once you have charged the system with the water, we want you to bleed it for air. If you have all 1,200 feet laid out, you're going to have to do that from the bleeder valves. If you're not, you can just do it from the system, so I'll do it here first. You get the air out of the system, and then you charge your hose lines. So once again, slow for a water hammer. I have the bleeder valve opened at the end of the hose line. As you'll see, you let it run until all the air is removed from the system. We don't want air in the system when we're testing our hose. So I'll walk down, I'll close the bleeder valve, Now the system's ready to start the test. What I'll do is I'll start the pump. Then I'll start the pressure. Pressure is controlled by the pressure control knob on the top. We'll run the pressure up. When your system is charged and charging pressure, the pressure system does have a drain valve. You always have some water coming out of that. That is not a problem. That's what's supposed to happen as a relief. So I'll start it. We make sure we close your intake, your supply, because we don't want to pressurize your water source. You'll supply the water, once I said, to the testing pump through this line. So I'll start this. I'll control the pressure with this. We'll open this valve, which will run the pressure into the system. Once we reach our system, I'll shut the valve off. We'll wait our time. Once we reach the pressure we would like, we shut this off, we shut the pump off, and now we wait our designated time period per the standard. Once the test is complete, we're going to drain the system of the water pressure. And you can do that either at the bleeder valve at the end if you're using all the ports, or you can do it from one of the ports on the front if you're not. And that's what I'll do here. Pressure's drained from the system. I'll go down, open the bleeder valve on the hose. That'll drain the water pressure from the hose. Then you will proceed with your inspection of your hose, checking for any movement of the couplings, leaks identified, and any other issues that you need to check on your hose. And complete your documentation, etc. Follow-up care on the machine. Once you're done using the machine for the day, you would refill the gasoline, check your oil level, and return it to your identified storage location by your battalion chief for use, and report any issues to small tools. Thank you for your time.